Hello, I Anand Jain from Hanumangarh, Rajasthan welcomes you to your favorite Shri Devi Classes YouTube channel where we inculcate interest and confidence in science and engineering subjects. Today in our project management playlist, we'll understand classification of different projects. Projects may be strategic, operational or compliance nature. We'll understand what's the difference between commercial industrial projects and social developmental projects. Now projects are also classified as quantifiable or non-quantifiable. They may be conventional or other category may be innovative. Projects are classified as per their completion time, amount of investment, level of risk or mode of operation. So we'll understand the whole classification of different type of projects. Let's start. There is no standard classification of projects. However, we can classify projects as strategic project, operational projects or compliance nature projects. Project may be quantifiable or non-quantifiable. There may be conventional or innovative projects. There may be public sector project or private sector project. As per goals, project may be either commercial industrial project or social development project. We can also classify project as per their completion time, which may be long, short or very short, or as per the cost involved in project, that may be large, medium or small, or the amount of risk, high, low, or there may be no risk, or even mode of operation can be used to classify projects. Now, as per basic category, projects are classified in three broad categories. They are strategic projects, operational projects, and compliance project. Let's first understand these three broad category of projects. Strategic projects are basically innovative projects as they involve creating something new. It may be a new product, new services, new retail location or a new branch or division or a factory of existing organization. They call strategic projects as completion of these projects fetch some strategic advantages over competitions and firm got a higher successful position after completion of such strategic projects. Operational projects are some sort of improvement in current operational conditions of a organization, and such operational project may not produce radical improvement as that is possible by strategic projects, but they will definitely reduce cost of production, get the work done more efficiently. They may enhance the quality of product. So for efficient and economic better quality production, organization undertake operational projects. Many a time due to change in industrial regulation or government rules or standards related to product and services, organization has to undertake compliance project. Otherwise, non-compliance of certain conditions may create lockdown of organization. So in order to compliance with industrial regulation, government rules or product standard specification, compliance projects are undertaken so that company can survive against legal and other standard requirements. The most important classification of project is based on their objectives, and there can be two type of project. One is project of industrial or commercial objective and the second is social or developmental objectives. First, understand commercial or industrial objective projects. Now we say industrial object also as commercial projects, and these projects are undertaken to provide goods and services to meet the growing needs and demands of customer so as to attain attractive return on investment on these commercial projects for stakeholders. One typical example of such commercial industrial project is toll roads based on BOLT, that is built on lease transfer model, where road is built by one commercial organization. That organization own that road up to a leased period to get its returns, and when those returns are achieved, road can be transferred to government organizations. These industrial or commercial projects are further grouped into two categories. One is demand based and the second is supply based or resources based. The demand based industrial or commercial projects are designed to satisfy the consumer needs which are felt or assumed to be latent. The example of such demand-based projects are giant fertilizer plants, agro-processing units, huge infrastructure projects. The resource or supply based projects are those projects which take advantage of available resources in local vicinity like land profile, availability of water, agriculture, production of surroundings, other raw material available, mineral or even human resources can be used as resource for such supply based projects. Now, example of resource based or supply based projects may be food processing unit, metallurgical industries, ceramic plants, chemical industries, oil refineries, as illustrated here in this diagram, where apples are produced in huge quantity in that vicinity. Food processing units can extract apple juice in preserved bottling systems, and that can be served to faraway positions by proper transportation and marketing management. Projects triggered by successful research and development are also considered as supply based commercial or industrial projects, as we include skilled human resources as essential component of such R&D projects. Similarly, in IT sector, clinical research, project of bioservices, availability of properly skilled manpower make these projects supply-based projects. Developmental or social projects are altogether different from commercial industrial projects, as these social or developmental projects are undertaken to promote and accelerate overall economic development or social welfare of people. For those such projects are executed. In fact, these projects, usually quite large in size, acts as a catalyst for economic development and social upkeeping of people, and that provide a cascading effect on economy and general development. Usually, such development and social projects are undertaken by either government itself or some service-oriented non-government organization also undertake such social projects. Now, example of such developmental or social projects are huge irrigation projects, projects of agriculture and allied sectors, healthcare, basic infrastructure, and education. All are treated as developmental projects or social projects, as polio immunization project followed by entire world is an classical example of social projects. Recently, COVID vaccination, electricity to all, health for all are developmental or social projects. Please do take a screenshot of this picture, as this gives you an answer for a probable examination question. If we consider amount of investment or time of execution or gestation period, then these two parameters of commercial industrial projects or developmental social projects are comparable. But definitely industrial projects and developmental project got some essential differences. As far as scale of project is concerned, industrial or commercial project got a limited scale of project, whereas a developmental project got a large scope and large scale of operation. Promoter of industrial projects are individual entrepreneurs or corporate houses, whereas development projects are taken by government itself or public sector organization or non-government organization undertake such social projects. As far as profitability is concerned, in industrial commercial project, they have high amount of profitability, and projects are designed in the consideration of internal rate of return, and investment is initiated only in the insurance of returns, whereas in developmental or social project, profitability is modest, and these projects are designed considering to economic rate of return. That means in a large span of time, ultimately the investment on developmental or social projects prove to be beneficial. As far as source of finance is concerned, on industrial project, stringent debt equity norms are followed. Without resources, availability of finance become very difficult to industrial projects, whereas for development or social projects, higher debt equity norms are followed. Investment is financed to such social or developmental projects by international organizations like World Bank, International Monetary Fund, Asian Development Bank likewise. Whereas for industrial projects, the source of fund is national stock market or domestic financial institutes. Now for finance, interest rate also differ. For industrial commercial project, the market rates are considered, whereas for social and developmental project, very low rate of interest is undertaken. Now the repayment period is also different. For industrial projects, it is generally 7 to 10 years, whereas for social and developmental project, it may extend up to 25 years or even more. Based on lines or recommendation of financial institutes, the project's classification is in two categories. One is profit oriented project and the second is service oriented project. In fact, earlier commercial or industrial projects become profit oriented projects, and such profit oriented projects are further classified as new projects, expansion or development of existing project, modernization and technical upgradation of existing project, or some diversification activity in existing projects. Whereas developmental projects are known as service oriented project in terms of financial language, and they are further classified as welfare type of project, service type of project, research and development type of project, or even education activity projects. Based on nature or type of output, projects are known as quantifiable project or non-quantifiable projects. Now, quantifiable projects are those projects where benefit and goals are open for measurement. We can measure the output of projects in quantitative terms. Now, project concerns with industrial development, power generation, mineral activity all fall in quantifiable projects as their output is measured in quantitative terms, whereas non-quantifiable projects are those projects where benefit and outcome of project may not be measured in quantitative terms. In fact, the benefit of such non-quantifiable projects occur to intended beneficiaries after a long time, and project concerning with health services, education activities, defense sector or environmental activities all fall under non-quantifiable type of projects. One very important classification of projects is based on sectoral activities. There may be project of agriculture or allied sector like irrigation, well digging, project of natural farming, soil upgradation, all are project related to agriculture or allied sector, whereas there are industrial project which are related to industrial manufacturing sections like cement, steel, textile, chemical, petrochemical. Now in these industrial project, activity like technology transfer, marketing, capital issue like IPO, all fall on industrial projects. In service sector, the project activities which are related to education, tourism, health, public utilities, all comes under service projects. As example, adult literacy project, medical camps, tourist festival, all are service projects. Now other sector of operation where projects are undertaken may be listed as power sector project, mining sector project, transport and communication sector, and there is a very popular sector nowadays, project of information technology, IT industry. Based on ownership of project, we have public project, private project, or some combination of public and private partnership project. In public project, projects are operated and financed by public utilities or government, such as construction of highways, bridges, use irrigation system, water supply system, or sanitation system in urban positions, or adult education program in a state or nation. Whereas private projects are undertaken by private enterprises or corporates. Any business or industrial project is a private project. Construction of houses by a builder is a private project. Now, software development by an IT company or marriage function of a family, all are private projects. Whereas there are some activities where we take advantages of both public and private functioning, and public private partnership projects are undertaken for that, where both private enterprises and government agency work together, such as generation of electricity by windmills, garbage collection in a urban location, health services in a certain area. All are undertaken as PPP, public private partnership projects. Based on level of investment, project may be large scale, medium scale or small scale projects. Now, large scale project involve huge outlay of investment ranging from thousands of crores or hundreds of millions. Huge real estate projects, highway or road construction, large manufacturing or industrial facilities, satellite project of ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, or such similar project of NASA, Aadhaar project of India, Unique Identification Number project. All are large scale projects that involve huge amount of investment, scope and time. Whereas medium scale projects involve medium level of investment and they are basically technology oriented. Examples are project of IT industry or project of electronic communication industry. Now, small scale project involve a small amount of investment. Their scope and time is also limited. Now, on the same line, a large or medium scale project is also classified as capital intensive or labor intensive. If major part of investment is on plant and machinery, then such projects become capital intensive, and if major amount of investment is on human resources, then it is called as labor intensive project. Based on nature of project may be conventional or innovative. In conventional projects, traditional working is executed which do not apply any innovative idea or high degree of technology or modern methods. The example are conventional irrigation, farming, simple road construction, execution of medical camps, activity of rural development or formal education projects. Whereas innovative projects involve use of new idea, advanced technology, high level of research and development to produce new type of product and services. Projects are also classified based on time they took to accomplish as long term, medium term, short term or very short term projects. Long term project take very long duration to complete as they have huge scope and cost involved. These projects may take many years till the final objective is reached. Examples may be polio eradication project or filaria eradication project taken by the world together. Even COVID vaccination is a long-term project for India. Now, medium-term projects take medium duration, say 3 to 5 years, and majority of irrigation, power generation, modernization, or computerization action are such type of medium-term projects. Short-term project take a short duration, normally a year, such as pond cleaning project in a particular pond, health camp in a certain area, and new software program development. All these are short-term projects. They may be completed in less than an year time. And there are some very short-term projects which take few hours or a day, such as event of new product launching, some religious or social ceremony. They take few hours or a day to complete. Projects are also classified based on functional area of management which undertake those projects. Marketing projects are taken by marketing section of an organization, such as marketing roadshow, marketing team meeting, whereas financial projects are undertaken by finance department to raise finance or restructure capital such as IPO project, share split projects. Human resource projects are undertaken by HR department such as induction training project or campus recruitment drives, whereas IT and technology projects are taken by IT companies or IT related requirement of an organization. Production projects are taken by production department such as overhauling of a plant section, preventive maintenance, or getting an ISO certification. Strategic projects are taken by strategic management section such as merger or acquisition type of activity, core banking solutions. Based on risk involved in project may be high risk project or low risk project. High risk project involve high degree of risk in project execution. Projects such as nuclear energy plant commissioning or hydel energy project erection, a satellite launching project. Such high risk project, if not handled properly, then risk effects may be very severe. So high degree of precaution and care is followed during execution of such high risk projects. Low risk projects involve small amount of risk and they are taken care of during normal course of action. Projects like simple road building or bridge construction falls under low risk projects. In academic and education area, research projects are known as major project or minor projects. Now major project involve more time and more funds, whereas minor project require less time, less effort and less amount of financial involvement. Hopefully you will find this learning video very useful to understand classification of different projects. We hope you now understand what is strategic, operational or compliance nature of project, the difference between commercial industrial projects and developmental social projects, or classification based on other parameters. Our other learning video of the same playlist are equally useful. If you find this video of any worth, do share it with your friends, and if you need exam centric notes of this subject, do join membership of our channel. Happy learning, have nice time. Thank you very much.